Hey, what's going on, all my gamers, all my Z3 gamers? Saw that on Twitter, and I thought that was pretty cool. So, I've seen a little bit of things here and there from last week, because I wasn't here last week. I was spending more time. I was finally out touching grass, and that sounds better than it is because I was touching grass at an anime convention. So, I was just out there standing in a line trying to get into the Genshin booth and the Honkai Star Rail booth. I only got into one of them. So I definitely didn't get what I wanted, but you know, it is what it is. We move on. Got some Guilty Gear stuff. Anyways, so I wanted to talk about the community. It seems to be imploding, and seems to be a civil war when it comes to Z3 and whether you like it or not. Luckily for me, the opinions that I've gotten, I've not really had much backlash yet, but that's because no one really cares what I say. It's kind of the benefit of being a smaller creator. No one asks for my opinion. I just kind of give it, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Now, that being said, if you want to send it to a bigger creator so they can give their opinion on my opinion, you know, you guys are more than welcome. I say throw it into the reaction channels of their Discord. Go for it, dude. I'm all about it. Anyways, there's been this whole debate on people who like it and who don't like it. I just want to say that if you like the game, cool. If you don't, cool. I know, very controversial take. I was very scared to give this take. I wondered whether people would string me up from the streets because I said that if you like this game, you can. If you don't, then you can't. I did want to talk about when because I was seeing Tectone and Hex debate about this on whether when you can dislike the game, whether you do or you don't. I don't really think you have to get to endgame to really say that you dislike this game. You could dislike this game right off the rip, to be honest. I know there's people who love this game and people who don't like this game. I think that this game, you know, it has its flaws, especially in the combat, because the combat is really simple and repetitive. You know, they advertise it as a fighting game, but the fighting game that they're playing is like 2 buttons and that's it. Like, this isn't some Tekken input game. This is not like Streets level of complication, which is funny because they have a collab with Streets coming out, but man, if you told me that this is as hard as Streets, I would say that you're lying. Anyways. So it was really an interesting thing to watch people go back and forth with each other and just shit talk each other about this game. Not to say that I've seen the content creators doing it. This was mostly in comment sections and on Twitter and stuff like that, of course. On Twitter, where else would this happen? You know, Twitter's it's its own thing. Don't at this point, if you have Twitter. All right, at this point, I have Twitter just to look at, Ellen Joe fan art. One thing I wanted to talk about is, when do I think you should be able to criticize Z3 and like games like that? Because I heard a lot of things, wait it out, stuff like that. I don't think you really need to wait it out for a game like Z3, because gacha games, they can be improved upon, but I in my opinion, the drastic changes that would make me happy and make me want to play this game a lot more are like make the game, add jumping to the game, make the mobs harder to stagger so they can actually fight back instead of you just wailing on them and then, they eventually die because they can't attack you back, which is, it is what it is, but it is still fun to fight. Don't get me wrong. I love playing as Nekomata because that's the only 5-star I have right now, and her running around, dashing back and forth is really cool to me. I think it's really fun. But like Anby, I love Anby, but she will get repetitive fast. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I still like playing her just because of her personality. I think she's really stupid. She's so socially adept, and I love that about her. I love her personality. She's so silly. I love Nicole. I love Billy Kid. I love them all. I love all these characters. These characters are, in my opinion, really, really well made, and especially for the English dub. English dub, these characters are amazing. Anyways, but I did want to say that I went off on a tangent. I was going to say that if you can't make it to late game, or if you can't make it to late game, don't force yourself. I think that you can pretty much tell right off the rip whether you're going to like this game or not, right? I had problems with Wuthering Waves, like getting into the game. I couldn't really load into the game faster than 10 minutes, and then sometimes I fell through the world. I mean, it only happened once. I don't want to make it sometimes. I don't want to say sometimes, like it happened a lot. It happened one time. I fell through the world. It was kind of funny. Laughed it off. Went back to playing. The game struggled on my PC because 1.0 was really poorly optimized, but I can tell from what I was playing that I was going to like it. And I did. I loved it. It slowly got better and better until 1.1 came out, and it was amazing. You know, I can enjoy my game. I got Jinshi. Now I'm just waiting for Changli so I can have her smother me with her tits. But yeah, games like that, or these kind of games, you can pretty much tell whether you're going to like it or not. Endgame just enhances what you already have. So I feel like if you don't like it off the rip, it's not... I don't know if it's worth you putting time into it. So if a content creator tells you to wait till late game, you know... I don't want to say that they're wrong, but I say if you don't want to wait, just don't wait. It's not going to be worth it to you. Late game is going to take a while. The fucking dailies took a while for me to get. It took me maybe like 7 or 6 hours to get to the dailies. I don't even know how that happened. Like, you have to go pretty far into the story to get the dailies. So I didn't get dailies in the first 3 days just because I didn't make it that far. I was coming in and out, coming back and forth from AX. So it's like... I didn't really play it, but I do think if you feel like it, do it. If don't do it. Right, chat? I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I'm of the belief that if you don't like a game, you don't really have to justify it to anyone. Now, I guess it does make sense for content creators with a bigger platform to justify it. Like, if I told you guys that I didn't like it and you shouldn't play the game, it's not really a big deal because who's really going to listen to me, right? I'm just a demon boy on the internet. No one really gives a shit about my opinion. So in that case, it does make sense. I guess it does make sense if you have a bigger platform, you have more responsibility. But again, you guys got to go off your own feeling and decide for yourself whether you guys are going to play this game or not. Whether Rena's big tits or Nicole's or Ellen Joe's, if that's enough for you to play. It was enough for me to play. I'm going to keep playing it. I need to go get to level 20 now or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what else you want me to do. But that's all I wanted to do. I was just getting off a little bit of a rant here and there just because I haven't really gotten to a lot of parts where I really want to talk about anything else. Anyways, maybe I'll review the story later. I got to a Nekomatos part. I don't know how much more I have. Probably a lot. But I will be talking about the game a lot more. I am back, so I will be uploading as usual again. Anyways, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch you gamers in the next one. Bye!